Ace Attorney fandom certainly showing how fucking cool they are by immediately showing immediate support for this stuff. Gotta say, you guys are fucking awesome. Literally every one of you. Everyone that's watching this video, these videos in general, y'all are cool. You know what? Fuck it. You're all getting called out. Freaking Adam Turek, BG Titan Avatar, Mimon Arts, Super Nerd, Time for Something New, interesting name, Connor McClear, Emiya Yukito, Lambda Delta too, surprise, that was a bit of a shocker there. Seriously, if there's probably a few more that I actually did miss, in which case I deeply apologize. I should probably go back to the first video to immediately call them. Also, Time Access, Yoshiki Iwano, Yankee Kanak, Renella Dipja, Ardith, Tyler Johnson, y'all are good. Oh, and Alex S. You know what? Calling out to all of you guys. You're all good. Y'all are fucking awesome. Anyway, so yeah. Last episode, we got to kind of see how this game is going to be playing out, as the fact that we're playing as Edgeworth, for one thing. Which is great. Also, I just choked on my coffee. Thank you very much, Godo. Your spirit is trying to kill me. Ugh. Also, I once again showed that I kind of screwed up the timing here about when this actually takes place. Big apology. I think Time for Something New better described this, or at least reminded me or corrected me. The investigation games take place after Trials and Tribulations, like a month and a bit after the end of the Bridge Turnabout, which, by the way, that case was absolutely if that's what I think it is, amazing. Thank you very much for clarifying that. Also, to kind of, or not quash it, but to kind of explain what my plan is, yes, I do intend to play the sequel, even if it's not really translated. I'll be using a fan translation, which I will probably ask for help on getting that. Anyway, once again, dear God, once again, we managed to save Maggie Verd. That poor girl, she really is unlucky. I feel bad for her. Also, I was explained that apparently there are unique game overs for, like, almost every chapter, I believe, or certain moments. Like, I believe last episode there was literally 2 different game overs. One where I think Gumshoe gets arrested, and another one where Maggie gets arrested. If I remember, I will try to check out what some of those game overs look like, intentionally, and I may use save states, by the way. If you can't tell, allergies are fucking murdering me, so I deeply apologize for that. Anyway, Turnabout Airlines. The murder that occurred in my office. The return of the great thief Yatagarasu. Thinking back, everything began on that fateful day 2 days ago. 2 days earlier. Oh. Oh my god. I fly! Yes, everything began high up in the air, 9,000 feet in the air, to be precise. This was an automobile.
Thank you for flying iFly Paradigm. We are currently experiencing some slight turbulence. We are asking all passengers to please return to their seats and fasten their seatbelts.
Now, is that blood or is that the wine? March 12th, 6:13 a.m., flight I-390, first floor lounge. This has got to be the classiest airline I think I've ever seen. And by the way, probably the only airline that I've ever seen, because guess what? I've never been on a plane. I'm currently actually preparing to be able to get on a plane. Well, this will be good practice for whenever I go to an airport for the first time. Ugh. Why do I feel like I just woke up from a horrible nightmare? 6:13, huh? Guess I was out cold for about 10 minutes. Slight turbulence indeed.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are currently experiencing some slight turbulence. For your safety, we ask that you return to your seats and fasten your seatbelts.
I suppose turbulence is to be expected on a flight. Though, admittedly, I'm less than comfortable with anything resembling earthquakes. No, we understand, and it's a viable fear. It's understandable, Edgeworth. It's understandable. What's this? A travel wallet. But it's not mine. How did someone else's travel wallet wind up in my pocket? Oh, my head. Why won't this headache go away? Well, if I had to gander a guess, somebody knocked you upside the head. I'll take care of this travel wallet later, or hand it off to an attendant. Ugh. From earthquake-like turbulence to an elevator. Wait! What kind of fucking airline is this that it has a goddamn elevator? What am I doing hesitating like this? Actually, I know full well why I hesitate. It was when I was still but a young child. I was caught up in a murder that happened in an elevator. But how long am I going to let my past haunt me? The thing about that, Edgeworth, is that trauma affects us in various ways. I mean, there are still some things to me that always bring me back to what traumatized me. So, even if this has been haunting you for years, you're not alone in this sort of thing. It's realistically like, sure, we have our moments where we hesitate, but it's over time, you know, you learn techniques to kind of help make it past it. But, you know, again, the different types of trauma, you know, different severities and stuff like that. I mean, hell, I can't remember. It took me forever to finally be able to get back in a vehicle, you know? It's just an elevator. I'm a grown man now. I need to behave like one. Plot twist, there's a body. I was kidding! What the? What in the world happened?
Is there something wrong, sir? I must ask that you please return to your seat.
Okay, yeah, that is a... Also, I just noticed there's a... Either that's blood, or that's wine. And you know what that means? Because of everything that's going on here, staged. He's dead! Please calm down. We mustn't jump to conclusions without all the facts. What's wrong? Did something happen? You murderer! What? No, you have it all wrong. It wasn't me. Why does this keep happening? Dear Lord. Ah, it was clearly that guy with the green suit and the red hair. It was clearly him who is the murderer. That or the stewardess. Oh my god, there must be, aside from Maggie, there must be some wicked god that just exists to screw over Edgeworth. Like, good lord, man. This poor dude. March 12th, 6:41 a.m., flight I-390, second floor, first class.
Everyone, I am sorry to interrupt, but I have an important announcement. I'm one of your flight attendants today, Rhoda Tetsuro.
Rhoda Tetsuro. Rhoda Tetsuro. Road to... Wait. Arrow. Rhoda Tetsuro? What the? What kind of fucking name? I'm drawing a blank. I legitimately can't figure out your name pun.
Unfortunately, we have just had a minor accident in this flight.
An accident? Don't treat us like we're stupid. I caught a glimpse of it and it was a murder.
What? A murder? What's going on with this flight?
Everyone, please calm down. There's no reason to panic. This flight will stay on course and make its scheduled landing. We are still currently in the middle of a rough patch of turbulence. So until we are out of this area of turbulence, I ask that you please remain seated.
But, someone was killed, right? I mean, what about the killer? Let me off! Oh, sure. You're in the middle of the air. Let's go ahead and just open the door and let you out. Go right ahead, sir. You're an idiot.
Please, there is no need to feel threatened. We have already apprehended the culprit.
What? I ask that everyone please remain calm. What the heck is he talking about? Why should we remain calm? Did they fucking tie him up? My name is Miles Edgeworth. I am a prosecutor, and I assure you I am not the killer. Huh? Being a prosecutor doesn't make you incapable of murder, buddy. Now you listen here. I am not the killer. I simply found the body. Great.
So you say. However, I am sure that you are the perpetrator of this crime. I have no ulterior motives by his claiming this.
Although, to be fair, if she is innocent, she literally just saw Edgeworth standing over a body with what looked like a bloody wallet. An intentionally staged crime. So again, if she is innocent, she has every reason to immediately assume this. It is an understandable reaction. It's not right, but...
I swear on my honor as a professional flight attendant.
How is that right?
I know what I saw. And there's even very strong incriminating evidence to back me up.
What kind of incriminating evidence is she talking about?
Well, we've already alerted the proper authorities at our destination. Until we land, you will remain in our custody by the powers vested in our captain. I'm very sorry, but please understand our situation.
Your situation? I'm more concerned with mine and the direction it's going in. I'm not about to just, sit idly by while I get accused of murder. Miss Tetsuro, is it?
Yes?
I was wondering if you might give me a chance.
A chance? To do what?
A chance to plead my case. And a chance to ask what you meant by incriminating evidence just now. To accuse a passenger of such a grave crime without allowing him to give a proper defense. Can the professional flight attendant inside of you really call this action righteous? Exactly. You can't immediately assume something. You have to get both sides of the argument. And then when you get both sides of the argument, along with sufficient evidence, then you can make an educated guess. And besides, I'm not a fucking professional. I literally don't have the experience to properly look at this sort of thing. All I can do is look at both sides and then make an argument or a judgment based on my own personal thoughts. It may be wrong, and if it's wrong, I will fully admit to it being wrong. It's not that hard. It's unfortunate we live in this... Why am I fucking talking about this in a game about the fucking Edgeworth? He's accused of murder multiple times! Oh dear God, Edgeworth and Maggie really do have something in common.
You have a point. Very well. I'll listen to what you have to say. Who the hell was that commenter rambling on about?
Honestly, just ignore him. He's like a weird voice that's inside everybody's heads. It's this weird phenomena in Japanifornia.
The fuck is Japanifornia? But to be wary of what you reveal, I'm afraid you'll only look even more suspicious if your explanation fails to satisfy. I also do not have the time to deal with you all day, so please make it quick.
Of course, as you wish.
Good. Very well then. Let's get started.
I know for a fact that I didn't kill that man in the elevator. What I don't know is what sort of evidence she has up her sleeve. But I'm certain it doesn't fit with how the crime really occurred. Oh, okay, this is how we're starting. What Miss Tetsuro saw. Miss Tetsuro. Arrow. It's gotta be some sort of pun to do with air.
I I swear to tell the whole truth as a professional flight attendant. Unfortunately for you, Mr. Edgeworth, I am certain you are the killer. The scene I saw in front of the elevator, it was you standing there with fresh blood dripping off of the murder weapon. So, if you would please cooperate, we'll turn you over just as soon as we land.
Really? The only thing I was holding was a wallet. That's it? Or, no, not, it's a pamphlet or something. Fuck, it's something. That's her evidence?
I don't think you could ask for a more perfect witness testimony. Wouldn't you agree, Mr. Edgeworth?
Not really. It's hardly perfect when there's a gaping hole in it. Alright. Rebuttal! Hold it! Tell me, what exactly puts the pro in professional flight attendant for you?
Well, it means we are very professional about how we take care of our passengers. Services like fetching papers and responding to calls are done with speed and accuracy. I can assure you that I give testimonies at the same level of professionalism. But I'm sure you've already realized that by now, right?
Well, it's a bit hard to appreciate your professionalism when I'm the one under suspicion.
And there you have it. My professional testimony is accurate and reliable.
Right. You certainly seem sure of yourself. I do like that little scarf she has, though. Or, is that really? No, it's not a scarf. It's not an ascot. That goes with a specific type of shirt. Wait, do all flight attendants wear that? Whatever.
Of course, a professional flight attendant can't afford to make mistakes after all.
Perhaps, but you must admit there are a few who can look at a murder with a clear mind.
We attendants all go through extensive training and are always calm and collected. We'll even calmly serve you coffee, if you so wish, as the plane makes a splashdown.
Your eyes twitching. That smile looks forced. I fail to see how that would be the calm and rational thing to do in an emergency.
Even until the bitter end, we are there to serve the passengers.
Right.
That is the duty of all professional flight attendants.
You certainly are confident. Anyway, shall we return to your testimony? Press. Yes. What did you see in front of the elevator? Actually, here, let me look at my organizer. What do I got? I probably should actually look at this. Okay. Travel wallet. Picked up off the floor in front of the elevator. It isn't mine, so whose is it? Also, that stain. I don't know if that's a wine stain or that's a blood stain. Crime scene notes. Body found at 6:15 a.m. inside the elevator, stopped at the first floor lounge. So we got 2 floors to look at, huh? Sky magazine. Details, meals, movies, and other services inside. Touch the check button for details. Okay. Meals, drinks, movies. Flight itinerary. All times shown correspond to our departure time zone. Okay, so we found the body at, what, 6:15? Which means it would be around... Oh, right there, we're there, 6 o'clock. And around that time, at 6 o'clock, drinks are served, and I'm guessing how the squares are. Like, the beginning of 6 o'clock is when drinks are served. And then around 6:30-ish, or no, that's 7 o'clock. At 7 o'clock, there's a movie. So, considering we saw a broken wine glass on the floor and a spilt wine glass, this is probably going to be important later. Okay, got it. That's a prosecutor's badge! Alright, let's see what we got here. Don't know his age, don't know his name, don't know his gender. Okay. The victim was seated in first class like myself, but I don't know his name. Rhoda, age 24, female. An iFly Airlines flight attendant charged with taking care of first class. So that's all we got. Alright. Oh, wait, hold on. I can't check this? Really? Alright, let me look at this body here. So, it looks like there's some money spilt out. There's the potential murder weapon right there, because there's a little bit of blood on that statue, at least the corner of the statue. It looks like whatever killed him, he was struck at the back of the neck, because, you know, that's that's a very vital weak spot of most people. So, if I had to guess, judging by the placement of the body, it probably hit something in his spinal cord, kind of killing him almost instantly. We don't know because we need an autopsy report. But considering, well, there's not a lot of blood everywhere, actually, now that I think about it. It's just mostly on the back of his head and his neck. There's a couple of cards laid on the ground, too. I guarantee one of those is probably, like, his name tag, because he's wearing one of those things that are, like, for, like, I guess VIPs, or, workers. So, it's probably his identification, but it's interesting that it's not on his little chain there, or on his little necklace thing. And then there's a green card on the bottom. I don't know what that card is. Maybe it's a credit card or something like that, but either that, or it's a card designed to open a specific door, or the elevator itself. Because elevators do have that, it looks like that elevator has like some sort of card slider in between the red button and the blue button. Okay, alright, okay, I'm done looking at that right now. We'll examine it later. Right now we need to get Edgeworth out of the situation.
And what did you see in front of the elevator?
That was I was just about to tell you, Mr. Edgeworth. Framed by the elevator doors and bathed in the light coming from within.
Well, that's a lie.
Hold it!
The murder weapon, dripping with blood? Really now?
I swear that was the grisly scene I saw before me. Thank goodness it wasn't a passenger who saw, or there'd be widespread panic by now.
As I recall, you were quite panicked yourself at the time.
Excuse me?
You were scared enough to misread the situation and accuse me of murder.
Nonsense! Professional flight attendants cannot afford to be that flustered. I witnessed the murder scene and I'm now listening to your defense all with a smile.
Well, apparently you also lie with a smile on your face.
It's easy to really get under her skin.
Hold it!
I am not the culprit, and yet you would keep these restraints on me?
Mr. Edgeworth, please try to understand what kind of situation you're in right now.
And what exactly is my situation?
I have the backing of the captain to keep you bound in this way. We are within our legal right to restrain anyone who might threaten our captain mid-flight. In essence, you're in the same situation as someone who has been arrested by the police.
So I'm to stay restrained until I can clear up all of her doubts? At least I'm close. Her mistake shines like the silver lining on a dark rain cloud. And I'm going to capture some of that light with evidence. Okay, so here's the thing. We know which one we gotta present to. It was, this. Now the question is, dripping off of the murder weapon. From the looks of it, the only thing that we were holding was literally this. But the murder weapon clearly is over here. So I'm debating, like, is this what I want to do? Is it the one I want to do? So
Objection!
I was right. Or not. Take a good look at this. It'll prove my innocence. I was wrong. Well, say something.
I'm sorry. Well, yes. I'll give it a good look, but no matter what angle I look at it from, I don't see how it'll prove you didn't do it.
Oh, for fuck's sake, the weapon was right there! Ugh. I must have presented the wrong item. Okay. So it's this. Okay.
Objection!
It was that. Well, you guys get my line of reasoning why I thought that, right? Whatever. Miss Tetsuro.
What is with the yelling all of a sudden?
I literally just said your name. I wasn't yelling. Gah! Force of habit. Well, it doesn't matter. Miss Tetsuro. You say you saw the murder weapon dripping with blood. Is that correct?
Yes, all that's blood. Drip, drip, drip. Just recalling that scene sent a chill down my spine.
Sorry, but your so-called professional flight attendant training has failed you.
What? Oh my god, look at that expression.
I'd like to direct your attention to this. Do you know what this is?
It's a travel wallet, right? But it looks a little big and bulky.
The thing you saw me holding when I discovered the dead body in the elevator was this very travel wallet, Miss Tetsuro.
What? Impossible!
Now then, do you still think I'm the killer? That I killed him with a travel wallet?
I saw blood dripping from the wallet. I know I did.
As you can see, this wallet is clearly stained. But if you would be so kind as to take a whiff, I think you would agree it's only grape juice. I think you'd agree it's only wine.
Then...
That's right. You mistook wine for blood. The murder weapon dripping with blood does not, in fact, exist.
No! What the fuck? Why?
Oh, my lord. There. That should clear up that pesky accusation.
Wait just a sec. That is... I mean, even a wallet could be deadly if it was wrapped around something heavy. I demand that you show me what's inside, please.
She's trembling. And the tacked on please at the end. Sounds like I've got her. There's no need to look inside. Even you can tell from its appearance that it's light.
No, I can't be sure of anything until I see the contents of that wallet for myself.
She's a persistent one. I suppose we have no choice but to see what's inside. Miss Tetsuro, if you would be so kind as to open the wallet and check its contents for me.
All right. I usually don't pry into passengers' belongings, but we have no choice here.
Oh, okay. Alright, here we go. Alright, so... we can look at this, finally.
Wine stains the outer cover. True, it was I who dropped in the juice. However, I didn't do it out of ill intentions.
Now, the real question is it really grape juice? Or is it wine? It's in wine glasses. I imagine they did this for censorship. So, wine! I guess I examine this to open it. There we go.
It seems that this passport is all that's in here. As you saw, there's nothing but a passport inside. This renders your wallet was the murder weapon argument moot. Wouldn't you agree?
Please hear me out, Mr. Edgeworth.
What is it now?
Well, I was wondering, whose passport is it exactly? Can I take a look?
Why not? I'm rather curious myself.
This is... Okay, so this is the victim. Nationality, Republic of Borginia. Borgi...
Fuck, I don't know what the hell that is.
Okay, so... Type P? Passport? Given names Ackby. Surname Hicks. Ackby Hicks. Hicks Ackby. Hicks Ackby. Ackby Hicks. Ackby Hicks. I mean, hick can be usually a term for people in the country, or
Just as I thought. This travel wallet belonged to Mr. Ackby Hicks, which makes it the victim's property.
All data updated in my organizer. So this is Mr. Hicks' travel wallet.
You stole the victim's wallet, didn't you?
How dare you!
You said it yourself. You claimed to be holding this wallet in your hands when I found you.
Well, shit.
Perhaps I did misconstrue the wallet for the murder weapon, but it seems that I wasn't wrong about who the culprit is.
Oh boy, here we go. Battling her logic.
As you claimed, the murder weapon is not the travel wallet. However, it is something you stole from Mr. Hicks after you were done with the vile deed. I find it hard to believe myself, but your motive was very simple. You were out to steal Mr. Hicks' money, weren't you?
Well, that's a lie, because why would I? Because all of his money is on the floor. So even though I didn't have the murder weapon on me, you still suspect me. I see.
You stood up at the crime scene with the victim's wallet in your hands. How can I turn a blind eye and not suspect you of foul play?
Oh boy, here we go. Hold it! Shouldn't that be proof enough for you that I did not murder the victim?
Not at all.
Oh? And why not?
Because that wallet may not have been what I thought it was.
Hold it!
You think I stole it?
Yes, I'm very sorry to say it, but I wouldn't usually be so rude, but it must be said. I never thought I'd see the day, but here I am calling a passenger a thief.
Seriously? That's your takeaway?
Maybe I should put on a serious face and say it more directly. I believe you removed the wallet from the victim's personage.
It really doesn't matter how you phrase it. What I'd like to know is why you think I stole Mr. Hicks' wallet. I don't think I have any sort of motive to speak of. I've never met Mr. Hicks before, and our only connection is this one flight.
But that is more than enough of a reason.
How do you figure?
He was sitting in first class, and I think the implication is quite clear.
You got to be kidding me.
Hold it!
You think I was after his money? Where did that cockamamie idea come from? Fuck.
True, you are also a passenger in first class, but I thought something was off about you and those deeply etched lines on your forehead.
They're not lines! They're perfectly normal and part of my natural face!
I don't think I've ever met someone with such terrible countenance on a flight before. And that's when it hit me. You have the face of someone with money trouble.
She really is making a fool of herself pursuing this line of logic. Also, that's Gumshoe you're thinking of.
Who the fuck is Gumshoe?
I should spare her and present the piece of evidence that contradicts her testimony. Okay. About this. If I was after his money, then why didn't I steal any?
Objection!
I wonder if I might get a good word in, Miss Tetsuro.
But what is it now?
Miss Tetsuro, I wonder if you noticed the contradiction within your own testimony.
What are you talking about?
It's simply impossible that the motive for this murder was monetary theft. One glance at the crime scene should have told you that. What about this scene would prove that the motive is for the murder was not the money? This. Money.
Take that!
If I may direct your attention to the things strewn all over the floor. That's right. The floor is covered in bills and coinage. By your rationale, these are the very things the killer was after. I think we can assume that the wallet fell during the victim's struggle with his killer. And I would think that the killer would have noticed something like money scattering everywhere. Furthermore, as you can see, there was no effort made by the killer to gather the money.
But the
yes, the wallet. You will also recall that the only thing in it is Mr. Hicks' passport. If you are really insisting that it was a crime based on greed, then you're claiming that it was all for an empty travel wallet.
Forgive me, please.
No.
Hey, what the heck? Are you saying the attendant's wrong? So that guy isn't the killer? Ha! Don't believe it, everyone. It's a trick.
Will you all please be quiet? Miss Tetsuro,
Yes?
you lost your cool when you saw the dead body. Plus, the lounge was dark, and looking into the light from the elevator, it's easy to see how you mistook the wallet in my hand for the murder weapon. I take no offense that you thought that I was the killer.
Mr. Edgeworth.
Thank you for releasing me.
What?
What is it?
Who the fuck are you? And what were you speaking? Was that the legendary moon speak I keep hearing about?
What is it now? I don't want to make an attempt at what this man is speaking. Miss Tetsuro, if you could please translate, I'd be much obliged.
It sounds like Bulgarian, but I don't understand any of it. There's another attendant on this flight who...
Borginian. Interesting. And considering Mr. Hicks has a Republic of Borginia passport, that definitely puts some suspicion on this guy. Okay, now what kind of voice? Okay, so he's multilingual. Okay. Alright. Also, what is this Egyptian-like sounding music playing right now? It does sound actually pretty good, though. Okay, God, what do I do with this guy? I'm trying to think of, like, I guess I want to give him an accent, but nothing that sounds, I don't want to Okay, here I go.
They said that he is giving the runabout. I don't require an interpreter. I speak English as well, see? You, the attendant.
Yes, sir?
They want this person to be under the arrest until we arrive at the airport.
Well, you're certainly suspect. What? Did this motherfucker have a jar in a seatbelt? I realize you take care of your possessions, but my dude.
I'm sorry, sir, but what exactly are you hoping for?
What is it you want? I'm finished talking to the likes of you.
Please, I would like to hear why you would like me to be held under arrest until we land.
You... How dare you try to waste my time?
You were the one who stuck your nose into my affairs!
I wanted to spend even at least one more second with my precious art. I have no time for other things. I know what you are. I see through you. Insolvent. Yes, I'm pretty sure that is how you say it in English.
Well, I hope that I don't dissolve in water, but I don't think that's what you meant. I'm sorry, but I don't think I caught your name.
I am Zinc LeBlanc II. I'm a very wealthy man in the Borginia.
Ah, a rich person.
Kill him! But I am not an ordinary rich man. I am an art dealer, a rich seller of beauty.
I'm not really, listen, I'm not I'm not familiar with airports. Like I said, I'm actually going to be testing my own first flight, by the way, in about a week or so. But I'm pretty sure that does not count as a carry-on. That jar. Dude. Just saying.
Mr. LeBlanc, what did you mean just now?
Pardon?
When you said that Mr. Edgeworth was giving me the runabout,
I have to explain? Unbelievable. I will say it once and only once. I do not even a second to waste. Time is money, as they say.
Yes, and yet you continue to blather on.
You do the Cafe of LeBlanc disservice with your name.
I saw it. Yes, I did. I saw the victim go onto the elevator. Going down to the lounge. It was exactly at 6 o'clock.
So 15 minutes before the murder. Potentially. We found the body at 6:15. We don't know the time of death, but that's a 15-minute interval right there.
and what's the significance of that time?
At 6, he says.
Wait! You saw him at 6?
What's the matter, Mr. Edgeworth?
He understands, I see. Miss Attendant, what time did you discover the body?
Well, it was a little after that patch of turbulence, so I would say around 6:50.
Hicks was his name, was it? Then I say that man Hicks was killed in the 15-minute time span. And the only person in the lounge at that time was this prosecutor, yes?
Also, to everybody that has an accent that where I am so sorry if I'm insulting you. I'm not good with accents, and yeah, oh, I was in my seat the whole time.
Me too. I was watching the movie and enjoying a fine glass of grape juice.
According to this, the movie was at 7 o'clock. There was no movie going on at 6. I think. If I'm reading, wait. Oh. Oh, I was reading this wrong. So, the pink dot on drinks, that's 5:30. 6 is over a line, so 6 o'clock is where the drinks and movie. Okay, never mind. Okay, I kind of fucked that up a little bit. Okay, never mind. All right, sorry. Continue.
I was still eating. Still haven't finished, see?
The other passengers have an alibi, so you have no problem with them, I suppose. No compliant, I see. Not a single word against this, right?
I have no way of discounting what you put forth at this point, but it wasn't me.
Oh, so you say. But do you have evidence? What you say? The evidence?
Mr. Edgeworth, are you really the culprit after all?
Mr. LeBlanc, I suppose you are quite certain in what you saw? Enough to give testimony.
Of course, I was looking at that man the whole time. He was playing with that annoying little small machine the whole time.
Machine?
Yes, that is what people call it in English, yes? It was making me crazy with the click, click, click.
From that description, it sounds like some sort of small computer.
I believe what Mr. LeBlanc is talking about is a cell phone. I have to say that I did see him playing with it quite a bit myself.
A simple cell phone. A laptop or organizer I can see, but that's kind of low budget.
I hate that noisy little machine in his hand. Not a fragment of beauty. All it produces is ugly sounds.
That must have been one heckin' loud cell phone. That or you're just looking for an excuse to hate the guy, Mr. Triple Chin.
Anyway, I know what I saw.
Mr. Tetsuro? Miss Tetsuro.
I'm sorry, did you just remind you?
I'm so sorry.
Yes?
I was wondering if I might be granted permission to examine the crime scene.
What? You want to examine the crime scene?
If you would grant me a little measure of time, I'm sure I can produce the real culprit.
I don't like the sound of that. Fox in the duck bin.
That's not... Yeah.
Yes, I think that is how you say it in English.
It's Fox guarding the hen house, and I believe my innocence was proven earlier. And if I'm given the chance, I can clear up all the remaining doubts. Miss Tetsuro, if you wait until we arrive, there is a good chance that some evidence will have been destroyed by then.
I understand. Let me see what the captain has to say.
Ha! This should not be approved!
Please, Mr. LeBlanc. In an emergency, all decisions are to be made by the captain alone. Now, please wait here while I go ask the captain what to do. I'll be right back.
You are not planning to erase evidence when you are doing your investigation, yes?
Of course not!
Ha! We will see.
I'm just gonna stand here like this for a while. I'm that cocky.
Mr. Edgeworth, you have the captain's permission to investigate the crime scene.
What? Unbelievable!
I am in your debt, Miss Tetsuro.
However, there is one condition. I'm to supervise you. Can you agree to that?
Well, of course. I see no problem with that stipulation. It's only natural as I am still a suspect in this case.
I take full responsibility and will watch Mr. Edgeworth's every move. I hope this is reassurance enough that there will be no foul play. Now then, Mr. Edgeworth, shall we proceed? If you should need my help with anything, please feel free to touch the partner button.
It's time to head to the scene of the crime. The first floor lounge.
I'm gonna look at stuff first.
This was Mr. Hicks' seat. I don't see the machine Mr. LeBlanc was talking about.
Perhaps it's in the elevator?
Maybe. We should probably head down to the crime scene now.
Poster?
It's a movie poster for License to Love, Laugh, Maim, and Murder.
Nani?
That's an iFly Airlines sponsored movie. It's a suspense, hard-boiled action romantic horror comedy movie.
Is that the genre listing for this movie?
Yes, it's a movie that can only be enjoyed by anyone because it encompasses all those genres.
I can't even begin to imagine what the plot of this movie would be like.
Well, but you have to admit it has piqued your curiosity, right? I heard the main strategy for this genre listing was to make people curious.
Well then, consider the mission a successful one. No, seriously, I would legitimately be curious about how that movie would go. Holy fuck your hair, lady. Excuse me, but may I have a word with you? You there!
If you need something, please ask Miss Rhoda over there, okay?
What the? Hey, wake up, you!
I'm terribly sorry that she's being so rude, Mr. Edgeworth.
No need for you to apologize. I just find it hard to believe that she's asleep on the job. If I were her boss, I'd see that her salary was cut so low that it was in the red. Dear Lord, my man.
How did you find your meal to be, Mr. Edgeworth?
Come to think of it, I forgot all about it. I must have been asleep or something.
Oh, I'm terribly sorry. Let me prepare something right away.
What are you apologizing for, Mr. Nero?
I failed in my professional duties by letting a passenger go hungry. Please, help yourself. If you see anything to your fancy, feel free.
I think I'll take my time later, after I've solved this case, thanks. I am so sorry, Nero. I gave you a voice that causes me immense pain. Mr. LeBlanc seems to be protecting the gargantuan vase on the chair rather closely.
It's a marvelous vase, though, isn't it? Yes, I dare say so as a professional attendant.
I don't think there's any real connection between a piece of art and being an attendant.
But I'm not just any old attendant. I'm a professional flight attendant.
As though there was such a thing as an amateur flight attendant. I mean, technically?
Hurry up and investigate. Time should not be wasted. Precious is human time, is how you say it, I believe.
Time is precious, that is... What the hell is this mess?
Okay.
It's my seat. A giant book and a chess set. Why am I not surprised? Unfortunately, I didn't bring anything particularly useful for an investigation. It's not as if I'm constantly prepared for such a thing to occur. The power of logic will save me! Okay, look at the chess set. Ah, that's right. I was in the middle of recreating a chess game.
Just an observation, but aren't there too many red knights around that lone blue pawn?
Nonsense. It simply shows that the blue pawn is no match for the red knight's might. Meanwhile, Phoenix is in his office, and then all of a sudden... What was that all about?
I don't know, that was kind of weird. Like, seriously, what was that?
I don't know, I just had this weird feeling that somebody was talking about me, Maya. Oh well.
Don't near me, you criminal!
He said, don't get near me, you criminal.
I am not the killer, and I intend to prove that starting now.
But that's contrary to the facts.
He says, but that's contrary to the facts.
I can understand his English just fine. Thank you very much. This man's already got, like, apparently that little mask for breathing on. Already done that. What's a lifesaver doing here?
I bought it at the flight shop just beyond the lounge. Something should happen. Having one will save your life.
I think this guy would have been better off not taking a plane to begin with.
Is that gonna be me whenever I get on the airplane? Oh dear God, I hope I don't panic that badly.
If I may have a word with you.
This. Oh, so awesome.
That's great to hear. However, I would like to ask you a few questions.
I was here the whole time, so I wouldn't know.
Eat or speak. Please pick one.
Well, I think we got his answer, and I'm pretty sure nobody wants to hear my chomping noises anymore.
I think he chose to eat.
Yes, I can hear that. What a butt munch, that's what you... Whoa!
No, I didn't mean to go back. No, there's people to talk to. No, fuck. March 12th, 7:26 a.m. Flight I-390, first floor lounge. Okay, we're just gonna go. Oh, I missed my opportunity. I didn't mean to do that.
I want to thank you for your help back there, Miss Tetsuro.
It was nothing. You should thank the captain for granting you permission. And just so everything is perfectly clear, I still don't trust you to that extent. I don't want you to think your standing with me has changed.
I see. I will bear that in mind.
I received an order from the captain earlier. He wanted you to know that. We reserve the right to stop your investigation if we feel you are not making progress. And when we do, he asks that you please return to your seat at that time.
So my time runs out at his and his crew's discretion, does it? I have to find a way to discredit Mr. LeBlanc's testimony before time's up. I understand. By the way, is there any place you can think of where the killer might hide on board?
I don't think so. After every first-class passenger was accounted for at his or her seat, we made a thorough search of the plane. As for business and economy class, no one can move between those two classes in first class without staff key card.
Interesting.
And we found no record of a keycard being used at all.
Which means that I have a first-class killer on my hands. At least, I know that much for sure. And one other thing. No one else has been allowed near this crime scene since the murder was discovered either.